Define your life on your own terms and live every minute being the very best person you can possibly be. Hello, lovely YouTube family. One of the major tasks of every entrepreneur is to get more with less. Being able to increase both the volume of income and benefits with a similar or lower cost is essential, right? Maintaining such a level of performance increases pressure on entrepreneurs. But, unlike in other circumstances, the race to be the most productive business can't be left aside, since it's essential for new businesses to prosper. So in this video, we're going to talk about the keys of productivity. You should definitely watch the whole video to see the bigger picture. What's moving your company forward? This is where good planning occurs. Because without a planned procedure, you'd only be busy, and you wouldn't really achieve the goals that you want for you or your company. So here are some things you can do each night to prepare for a productive next day. The preparation you make in the evening for the day ahead will have an enormous effect on how successful you and your business are. Think about the importance of thinking on paper, and when it comes to goal setting, making a clear plan for your future. That's exactly what we want to do when preparing for the next day. So a key to productivity is always think on paper. All successful people think on paper. They make lists, they write things down, they take notes. And many, if not all, less successful people walk around thinking they're so smart they don't need to capture it on paper. So take a piece of paper and write down everything you intend to do the following day. And I mean include everything, even your plans to eat healthy, or to work on a proper lunch for yourself, or even just to prepare dinner. Write down every detail and then organize the paper by asking yourself this key question. If I could only do one thing on this list before I was called out of town for a month, which thing would it be? That's the greatest question in organizing your day, and then ask yourself if you could only do 2 things before being called out for a week or 2, which 2 things would it be? When you start first thing in the morning, start off with task number 1 and discipline yourself to work on number 1 until it's completed, and then move on to number 2. Never check your email in the morning. And that's not a joke. Checking your email in the morning makes getting off track entirely too easy. It all starts with just one small email, and then you're several hours into the day without having really done anything. Trust me, sometimes I do the same thing with my Snapchat. This is all too common everywhere, and it's destroying people's productivity, especially new businesses. Keep your phone away from you or off to avoid distractions from your most important tasks. There's nothing on there so important it can't wait. Focus in on the more important things until they're done, even if it takes all day. Work on it until it's done, and then you can reward yourself by checking that email and checking that Snapchat. Make your list of written tasks the night before. To make sure you have a productive day is to make a list of goals and tasks the night before. You see, your ability to make good plans before you start acting is a measure of your overall competence. The better plan you have, the easier it is for you to overcome delay to get started. Keep on going by writing down your goals before you go to sleep. You'll think about the things that you need to get done and mentally prepare yourself at a subconscious level to do the most important things when you wake up the next morning. When you plan each day in advance, organize your list by priority and stick to that plan. Only then the work will go faster and smoother than ever. You will actually feel more powerful and competent. You'll get more done and faster than you ever thought possible, and eventually you'll become a real force of nature. You'll become unstoppable. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of adding more tasks to your to-do list or try to do more in one day, even if we know we don't have time for it. At the end of the day, we feel so overwhelmed and stressed by the never-ending list of to-dos that some people tragically end up doing nothing. Stress management, my friends. Stress management is the real key. How well the time is managed will determine how high the stress level is. This means that if there's a lack of time, it's important to plan exactly how you'll spend it. As a first step, I suggest removing everything that is not urgent and unnecessary from the to-do list. Are there things that can be done later or removed entirely? Meetings are often the most time-consuming and disruptive parts of the day. Maybe I'm wrong, but with the right processes and tools, they can be often avoided to increase productivity. All in all, the challenge is to stay in control, because without a proper balance between work and time out, things quickly get out of control when stressed, and that can be harmful to your overall health. Flexible work certainly has a number of advantages, but when it comes to productivity, it can be a recipe for disaster if the right measurements aren't taken. Stress is real, and if employees are unable to properly manage their time and effort, the workday can be torture. One of the biggest productivity killers is distractions. And this doesn't mean only social media or WhatsApp, which generally have no place in the workplace anyways. The push notifications of various programs and preview texts of newly received emails also repeatedly tear employees out of their current work. There's only one way out: intelligent workspace solutions. Just analyze user behavior in detail and only allow notifications that are relevant. And if you're new to business, don't be afraid of calendar appointment blockers to use that time for more concentrated work. Your time is precious. If 2 hours of intensive focusing are needed to really get into a flow, this time should be marked as busy on your calendar. Managers and teammates also know that they only speak to personal colleagues during this time in emergency situations. When tasks start to pile up, many people think that more needs to be done, but working non-stop shouldn't be the standard. How to prioritize and use your time is the key. Productivity improves with just a small few optimizations if your own way of working is regularly reconsidered. The most important thing to remember is that your life is not just about work. In this way, everyone should ensure that health is given priority. If done well, the resulting benefits automatically flow into working life. You, as an employer, can be under a lot of pressure when you're busy improving profitability, staying ahead of the competition, and increasing production. This means that sometimes you fail to notice that your most valuable assets are demotivated. But more importantly, you fail to notice how demotivation affects the smooth running of your business. Help your employees to be more productive. The best way for an employee to feel productive is when they feel they're working towards something and that their involvement brings real value to the company. Giving him the possibility of outdoing himself will guarantee him the recognition that will make him loyal to your business. Allow any employee to access documents and other servers of the company. Attend meetings via video conference and consult him about upcoming projects. I would like to leave you with a thought to share with your friends and followers. It's possible for anybody to set goals and make plans to achieve them. It's a master skill and the key to productivity, and everything else is secondary to it. So, those are my 3 suggestions on increasing your day-to-day productivity. If you haven't seen my other videos related to business, productivity, and income, take a look now. I'd sure love to hear from you. Now, my question to you is, what strategies have you used to prepare yourself for a productive day? And did they work? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel it's valuable in teaching you how to increase your day-to-day productivity, subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends. Stay strong, and I'll see you later.